So we have some more Superman Silver Age dailies. And this one's a little bit different. This is Captive of the Amazons, which ran from October 29th, 1959 to February 6th, 1960. The story is by Jerry Siegel with art by Kurt Swan and inking by Stan Kay. And it's actually the mashup of two stories, which is Captive of the Amazons from Action Comics number 266, published in July 1960, with story by Jerry Siegel and art by Wayne Boring and Stan Kay. And also When Superman Lost His Powers from Action Comics 262, published in March 1960, with story by Robert Bernstein and art by Wayne Boring and Stan Kay. And I do have a video on When Superman Lost His Power, but I'm not really that much of a fan of the story. I didn't think it was that great, but like I said, this is mashing the two of them together, and so a lot of things are being changed about. So the first strip here kind of finishes off the previous story. The $1 billion go to the orphan fund, thanks to you, Kent. The thought of you being Superman will keep me laughing for the rest of my life. Oh, Kent, if you only knew how funny you are. If Sad Sam knew the truth, he'd laugh even harder. 1 month later, they call him Happy Sam now, Clark. His spirit's raised, his health is better, and he's working on his second billion. What a mad finish for my zaniest adventure. Clark and Lois, I want you to report on the publicity campaign for Cinema City's new star, Jeha, the Space Girl. No matter how you slice it, Perry, movie publicity is pure hokum, and hokum isn't news. Don't be too sure. Cinema City's spending $5 million for this movie. They're planning some publicity stunts that are real eye-stoppers. Eye-stoppers. For example, you're both going to wear space outfits to make a trip to the Cinema City studios on the first flight of the world's newest superjet. What press agents won't think up for a headline? I don't see why we've got to travel by superjet just to watch a movie being filmed. Perry, this costume is ridiculous. I look like a female sausage. A female one. This is just the beginning. When that Cinema City outfit goes all out for publicity, they stop at nothing. And their build-up for Jenna the Space Girl is the greatest in movie history. Well, here we are, and I still don't like it. I wonder what this Jenna the Space Girl is like. She must be terrific to rate this kind of build-up. I hope this new superjet is safe. It's an experimental model that's never been tested in actual flight. What? Don't be nervous, Clark. I believe we're going to enjoy this trip. Besides, I'm really anxious to see what Jenna the Space Girl looks like. Listen to reason, Jenna. You gotta pick your leading man from among these candidates. What's wrong with them? They're the handsomest, strongest, most athletic stars in Hollywood. That's the trouble. My leading man has to be different. He has to be ordinary looking, weak and timid, the kind of man people will feel sorry for when they see him in real danger. You want a leading man who's not good looking and who's weak and timid? It's impossible. There are no stars like that in Hollywood. And if we find one, we'll ruin the movie. Just ruin it. Tell me when we're off the ground, Lois, and I'll open my eyes. Oh, stop it, Clark. I'm sure this new superjet is perfectly safe, even if it hasn't been tested before. Are we off the ground yet, Lois? I've got a terrible sinking feeling in my stomach. You can open your eyes now, Clark. We're 50,000 feet in the air. To think how often I've suspected you of being Superman. What happened? We're heading down. It's a flame out. We're in trouble, real trouble. I'll bet this is part of the publicity, just a trick to frighten us. That's no trick. We'll crash, unless I can save us as Superman. But how can I without Lois seeing me? Clark, what are you doing? This says pull handle in the case of emergency, and this is an emergency. Clark, what have you done? This plane isn't going to crash. I'm getting out, Lois, in this sealed escape capsule. Clark, come back here. So long, Lois. This is... All right. It's time to become Superman. Lois doesn't know it, but that jet plane really is going to crash. I have to save Lois and everyone in that flamed-out jet before it crashes. I'll just ease myself into the jet exhaust and use my super breath as jet propulsion. We're saved. The jets are working again. We're not going to crash. It's Superman. He saved us. There you are, Jenna, the perfect leading man for you as Space Girl. If I could only hire Superman, I'd pay anything he asked. He's just not the type. Just another muscle man. But I found the perfect leading man for my movie. That timid reporter with eyeglasses, the one who panicked and hurled himself out of the airplane in his escape capsule. Clark Kent? That reminds me, what happened to Clark? Did he survive? We've got to send out a rescue party for Clark. He plunged out of the jet plane in a sealed capsule. Even if he landed safely, there's no way for him to get out. Don't worry, Miss Lane. I radioed back for a rescue party to find Clark Kent. They probably located him already in that sealed capsule. Oh, no. I'll try to find Clark too, Lois. I've got to get there before the search party locates that empty capsule, or somebody will guess that Clark Kent is Superman. There's the capsule Clark is supposed to be sealed into. That search party is going to find it right now. I could change to Clark, but I won't have time to seal the capsule. How will I be able to explain the fact that it's broken open? Help! The capsule, it started to roll. He's going over the cliff. Oh, what a tragedy. The poor man. He survived the fall from the jet plane and then plunged over a cliff. He's still alive. The foam rubber base cushioned the impact, so the fall only broke open the sealed capsule. They think the fall from the cliff broke the capsule. They'll never know now that Superman did it. I've made up my mind. There is only one possible leading man for my new movie, Clark Kent. Clark, a movie star. What can Jenna the space girl see in a timid ordinary man like Clark? Mr. Kent, Jenna the space girl insists that you be her leading man. I'll pay you $2,000 a week. But I don't know anything about acting in the movies. Are you sure you want me? It'll be a wonderful opportunity to get a scoop for the Daily Planet. I can report on how they make this space epic from the inside. I can't refuse $2,000 a week. You win. A timid, plain-faced man is going to be the hero of my multi-million-dollar space epic. I hope I haven't just set up the biggest fiasco in movie history. Clark, this is our first day of shooting on Journey to a Star. You play the role of an Earthman who meets Jenna the space girl during her visit to Earth. She's supposed to have super strength. You first meet her when you're driving along this road, and she tosses down a huge boulder to block your car. Actually, the boulder will be a cardboard prop. A fine beginning for a romance. That rock she's lifting looks really dangerous. Jenna the space girl will throw down the dummy rock to block the road. This will make a thrilling scene for the movie. Almost too thrilling. Lucky that rock is made of paper mache. It's going to hit the car. Crunch! How could this have happened? You were supposed to throw down a paper mache dummy rock. I accidentally dislodged a real boulder. Sorry, Mr. Gates. I'm terribly sorry. Fortunately, no real harm was done. Clark Kent seems to be perfectly fine. Perfectly all right. She didn't accidentally dislodge that rock. I saw her throw it. But no ordinary human could even have budged a rock weighing half a ton. Thanks, Zitros, you weren't crushed, Earthling. Zitros? What's she talking about? And she called me an Earthling. Who is Jenna the space girl, anyway? In this scene, Clark, you and Space Girl take off in her rocket ship for another planet. Say, that's a remarkably real-looking spaceship. What's this? My X-ray vision reveals that some strange equipment has been added to that spaceship. A bank of powerful rocket motors has been installed, powerful enough to make an actual trip into space. That's queer. Why would powerful real rocket motors have been installed in a movie studio spaceship? As Clark enters the rocket ship, I can't move. There's only one answer. Kryptonite is somewhere nearby. There it goes. Poor Clark must be frightened to death. That launch looks almost like the real thing. So we will continue on with part 2.